warning. Stone cold like a Steve Austin. He jacking, I'm putting rappers in these coffins. He's acting like he got it, but he's lost it. Keep attacking these slackers that want to feed off me.
Welcome to 3 Count Commentaries. Let's talk about Impact Wrestling from July the 29th. Maybe we should start the clock. What do you guys think? Let's start the clock. How about that? On your mark, get set, go. So, Scott D'Amore says he got a lot of work to do. Tommy Dreamer says, hey, we need a number one contender for the World Heavyweight Championship. Scott D'Amore says, well, we'll leave it to you. Later, it is announced that Tommy Dreamer will be putting together a battle royal in 2 weeks to decide who the number one contender is for the World Heavyweight title. Don't care. The Good Brothers defeated Chris Bay and Jay White, hitting the Magic Killer on Chris Bay. Chris Bay then apologized and said he'd take responsibility for this. And he hated losing his first match in the Bullet Club. Jay White said, what do you think? This ain't your first match in the Bullet Club. The Bullet Club has standards. What I saw tonight, it doesn't really meet the Bullet Club standards. You got to do better than this, buddy. On Finn Juice, and followed by No Way Jose defeated Ace Austin, Batman Fulton, Shira, and Rohit Raju. And then Finn Juice was attacked from behind after they challenged for the tag team titles. And hey, here comes Chris Bay and Jay White. Jay White beats the hell out of what I call him, Fit Finley, the son of Fit Finley, whose name escapes me. Dave Finley? Is it Dave? Chris? Jimmy? In any event, Jay White then ran him over with a box, and Juice Robinson was left pretty much immobile. Fire and Flavor was talking about winning the tag team titles back. Kiera Hogan said, hey, okay, look, we're going to get back, period. And then all of a sudden, Fallah Bahh fat ass showed up and said, hey, I want you to be my tag team partner in this tag team tournament we got going on here. And then Kiera Hogan was like, oh, that's so sweet of you. He's like, no, I was talking to Tasha. And Tasha was like, oh, that's so sweet of you. And of course she would ask me because I'm not the one who kept losing. And she was throwing some shade at Kiera Hogan. And then she took the flowers and she called the flowers cheap. And then Kiera Hogan turned her back on her. So I see that we will be getting Fire and Flavor against each other before they leave. Okay. Caleb with a K lost to Taylor Wilde. Who cares? Josh Alexander wants new competition. Scott D'Amore says that he's going to fight Black Taurus. Taurus deserves better. Deonna Purrazzo is asked if she's overextended with going to Japan and doing other things in the NWA. And she said, well, would you ask Kenny Omega that question? Because, totally, I'm, the only person in the Impact Wrestling that could actually handle this. I'm the only one that's, uniquely qualified to do this. Then she talked about how she was training with some Invicta FC MMA fighter, the MMA fighter whose name I can't remember, says that Deonna Purrazzo is a force and her opponents should be scared. And then Deonna Purrazzo said she will be in the homecoming tournament, but would not say who her partner was going to be. I bet you $10 that it is Steve Macklin. Kenny Omega, it comes out there with Don Callis. Don Callis introduces Kenny Omega, tells her everything is great. Head to the ring after finding out about the Battle Royal, and Kenny Omega is mad, and Don Callis says, hey, I'm not going to let you work Kenny to the bone. There's no way he's going to let you do that. Sami Callihan came out, called them both bitches, said if Slammiversary was just the beginning, he's going to win the Battle Royal, and he's going to come after the asses again. And he says, I might jump the rail. You never know. I might jump the rails. Kenny Omega was like, you're going to jump the rails. I might jump the rail. You're going to jump the rail? I might. And then all of a sudden, Frankie Kazarian jumped the rail and attacked Kenny Omega. The elite hunter is hunting the elite. Sami Callihan was then approached with the idea of being in a 6-man tag. Tommy Dreamer said, hey, pick 2 partners. He picked Kazarian. Tommy Dreamer then picked Eddie Edwards for Sami Callihan. So Sami Callihan, Eddie Edwards, and Frankie Kazarian will wrestle Kenny Omega and the Good Brothers. I believe it was next week. Su Yung has now demonized Kimberly. She looks pretty cool. And that's very strange for me to say because I hate Kimberly. Brian Myers wants a tag team partner for this tag team mixed match thing that they're doing here. He says, hey, I hate Tommy Dreamer. Tommy Dreamer is my first opponent. Tommy Dreamer is teaming up with somebody who I can't remember. All of a sudden, they said, hey, maybe we should get somebody that's very close to Tommy Dreamer to fight him. They said, okay, Sam Beal came up with an idea. He said, how about Beulah McKillicuddy? Beulah McKillicuddy it is. He said, oh, no, we can't get in contact with her. How about we call Francine? So then Brian Myers calls Francine. Francine says, oh, thank you so much for being my number 1 patron, listening to my podcast and giving me so many money via super chats and everything. But how come you called me number 2? I should have been number 1. If you'd have asked me first, maybe I would have done it. But since I'm number 2, I'm going to do it. And then Brian Myers decided to take that out on Sam Beal because Sam Beal was an idiot. The 4th match, Willie Mack and Rich Swann defeated Violent by Design. Violent by Design is in a bad, bad place. Feels so bad to see it. Hate to see that. Surrender's Palace occurred. Matt Cardona is on a date with Chelsea Green. They're sitting around where everybody's being a creep. Alicia Edwards says, hey, how about we have a Swinger Palace homecoming team? Johnny Swinger likes that idea. Pick a Swingerella. Gonna team up with her. At least he said somebody will. And here comes Petey Williams and Jordan Grace. Jordan Grace is wearing the Scott. They both decided to wear the Scott Steiner thing. It's Thick Mama Pump and Little Petey Pump, and everything is. It's 2009 all over again. At least I think that's what year that was. Morrissey comes in. Johnny Swinger tells him no shirt, no service. Morrissey starts knocking things around. Decides he's going to impress himself upon Alicia Edwards and tell her, hey, your husband, don't like him, going to whip his ass, and after our hardcore match, not going to be much of him left when we come to see you. Later, Eddie Edwards says, oh, yeah, my wife loves me, everybody loves me, and you have nobody who cares about you. I get that, so you want to impress my wife, I'm going to kick your ass. Tommy Dreamer then asked him to join up with Sami Callihan and Kazarian, and he, of course, said yes. The main event of the show, Chris Sabin versus Moose. Moose win the match. Chris Sabin attacked him after the match. Who cares? Beat it. Punch it. I think I beat the record this time. Did I hit everything? I gotta make sure I hit all the notes before I declare victory, but I believe I did. To be honest, I'm going to be honest here. I like Kenny Omega as the Impact World Champion. I think he's doing better as the World Champion of Impact than he is as the World Champion of AEW. He feels more like the World Champion of Impact. I see Jay White is stringing along Chris Bay and maybe going to keep teasing him to let him in the Bullet Club to treat him as an underling. Okay, I like that idea. Only if it leads to the two of them having a match. You know, that's pretty cool. Having Jay White lose his first match in Impact was sure a creative decision, however. I'm tired of the 6-man tags with Kenny Omega and the Good Brothers, but this is a perfectly acceptable way to use Kenny Omega. I would have rather they gave Josh Alexander the number 1 contender shot for the world title rather than do this Battle Royal. But I fully expect Josh Alexander to win the Battle Royal. So that's it. I have no interest in this homecoming thing. I may watch it anyway because it's probably won't be doing anything else. If I'm doing something else, I won't watch it. So we'll see when we get there. But let me know what you guys think. Like, share, subscribe, sponsor the channel via Subscribe-Star. And I'll talk to you guys later, man. Peace out.
Skin tone, so why attach yourself and piggyback the wealth you didn't earn or lack yourself? I'm telling you to own up to your own success and failures. It's a reason why these sleazy guys